Anna's story began on a cold night in a small American town, tucked between rolling fields and endless gravel roads. Rain hammered the rooftops, thunder echoed in the distance, and the wind shook the thin walls of the tiny wooden house where her mother struggled through the pain of labor. The room was dim, lit only by the warm glow of an old lamp, and the air felt heavy with worry. Her parents had nothing to offer except love, hope, and a silent prayer whispered into the storm. After hours of pain and fear, Anna was born, a small fragile baby with soft light brown skin, curly dark brown hair, and bright hazel eyes that opened slowly, as if she already sensed the hardship waiting for her. Her mother held her close, pressing her cheek to Anna's tiny face. Despite exhaustion, she smiled, whispering, "You came with the storm. Maybe that means you're meant to be strong." They named her Anna Madison. Life in the Madison household was far from easy. The little wooden house creaked when the wind blew, and during winter, cold air slipped through the cracks in the walls. Her father worked long hours doing odd jobs, painting houses, fixing fences, cleaning barns, anything he could find. Her mother stayed home, saving every penny, doing her best to stretch meager groceries into meals. As Anna grew into a toddler, she had a gentle warmth about her. Even in worn-out clothes, with patched knees and faded colors, her hazel eyes shined with curiosity. She loved sitting on the front porch, watching cars rumble by on the gravel road, imagining where they were going and what life looked like beyond the limits of her small town. But poverty followed Anna everywhere. When she turned 6 and entered elementary school, the difference between her and other kids became painfully clear. While they arrived with new backpacks and bright sneakers, Anna walked in wearing a faded dress and old shoes with loose stitching at the toes. Some kids stared, some whispered, a few laughed openly. During recess, groups formed quickly, but Anna often stood alone near the fence, drawing patterns in the dirt with her shoe. Children ran around her, never asking her to join. The teasing grew louder over time. Some called her poor girl. Others wrinkled their noses when she walked by. One day, Anna approached a group of girls near the swings, hoping she might finally be included. Instead, they laughed at her dress and mocked the frizziness of her curly hair. Their words stung like cold rain. Without replying, she turned away and walked toward the empty part of the playground, blinking rapidly so no one would see her tears. Still, Anna's spirit never fully broke. In the quiet moments after school, she often sat near the window of her small classroom, reading the worn-out books the teacher allowed her to borrow. She discovered worlds far different from her own, worlds where courage mattered more than money, and where belief could open doors no one else saw. Her teacher, Mrs. Thompson, was one of the first people to see something special in her. She noticed Anna's curiosity, her ability to learn quickly, and the way her eyes lit up whenever she understood something new. One afternoon, as the class worked through reading exercises, Mrs. Thompson called on Anna to read aloud. Anna stood nervously, her small hands trembling slightly, but once she began, her voice became steady, clear, and confident. The classroom fell silent. Even the students who usually ignored her turned to listen. Mrs. Thompson smiled proudly. "Anna, that was wonderful." From that day on, the teacher made it her mission to support Anna. She offered extra reading materials, encouraged her writing, and gently reminded her that her background didn't define her worth. But challenges still lingered at home. When Anna was about 8, she fell sick during a harsh winter. Her parents had little money for medicine, and for days she lay weak on the old bed, coughing softly, her mother wiping her forehead with a damp cloth. The cold nights seemed endless. Her father stayed awake, pacing the small room, praying silently that their daughter would recover. Eventually, her fever broke. Her strength returned slowly, and one morning she stepped outside, wrapped in a faded blanket, feeling the warm sunlight touch her face. She smiled weakly, grateful to breathe the fresh air again. As the days passed, Anna found herself dreaming more. She dreamed of becoming someone important, someone who could help her parents, and maybe even make life better for others like her. She would sit on the porch steps during sunset, watching the sky turn gold and orange, imagining a future where the world was bigger than poverty and wider than the gravel road in front of her home. Mrs. Thompson noticed her growing determination and visited the Madison family one evening. She spoke kindly to Anna's parents about their daughter's potential, explaining that Anna was gifted, bright, focused, and capable of far more than circumstances suggested. Anna listened quietly from the doorway, her heart swelling with hope. That night, as the stars shimmered above the small wooden house, Anna made a silent promise to herself. She would work hard, she would overcome the shadows of her past, and she would rise, no matter how long it took. It was the beginning of a journey none of them could have imagined, a journey from poverty and fear to power and purpose. And though Anna didn't yet know it, the path she had just stepped onto would one day lead her not only out of loneliness and struggle, but into the heart of the nation as the wife of a future president. This was only the beginning of her story. As Anna entered her preteen years, she found comfort in routine. Her family still struggled, but her father worked tirelessly, and her mother, despite frequent fatigue, kept the home warm with love. By age 11, Anna's academic performance stood out. Mrs. Thompson introduced her to advanced reading programs, encouraged her writing, and made sure Anna believed she was capable of greatness. Still, school was difficult socially. Some classmates admired her intelligence. Others resented it, but Anna stayed focused. She often woke before sunrise, sitting on the porch steps with schoolbooks on her lap, studying as the sky shifted from pink to gold. Her mother began to experience deeper fatigue, but she hid it behind smiles. Anna noticed, though. She cooked more, cleaned more, and helped her father with chores, small acts of love that shaped her sense of responsibility. By the time she reached middle school, her reputation as the poor smart girl followed her. But something else also began forming around her: respect. Teachers admired her. Some parents in town spoke kindly of her, and slowly a few children began gravitating toward her quiet strength. Her world was still small, but her dreams were growing. High school opened another chapter. New teachers, new challenges, new possibilities. Anna joined the school's volunteer club after a teacher suggested it. For the first time, she discovered something bigger than her academic abilities: a passion for helping others. She helped at food drives, supported elderly neighbors, and assisted younger students with reading. Each act lit a brighter flame inside her. Despite growing responsibilities at home, especially as her mother's health weakened, Anna thrived academically. Her counselor encouraged her to consider college, something she once believed was impossible. Her father supported her dreams but worried privately. How would they afford it? Could Anna handle life beyond their small town? But Anna pushed forward. One afternoon during her sophomore year, she entered the regional speech competition. Nervous but determined, she shared a heartfelt speech about growing up in poverty and believing in possibility. Her voice trembled at first, but grew steadier with every word. She won second place. It wasn't first, but it was the first public recognition she had ever received, and it changed something in her. She returned home that evening with a small silver medal, placing it gently into her mother's hands. Her mother cried softly, telling her, "You were born for more, Anna. Don't let anything stop you." Anna didn't know it then, but that moment would echo through her life. During her senior year of high school, her mother's health declined sharply. Doctors explained it was chronic heart failure, something she had struggled with quietly for years. The medical bills were overwhelming. Anna worked part-time at a local diner after school. She gave every penny to her father. She studied during breaks, brought home leftover meals for her mother, and slept only a few hours each night. Despite everything, she graduated as one of the top students in her class. But only weeks after graduation, her mother passed away in her sleep. Anna's world collapsed. Her father broke down. The house felt unbearably silent. For days, Anna couldn't bring herself to step outside. But eventually, she remembered her mother's words: "You were born for more." So she carried her grief and walked forward. Thanks to scholarships, community donations, and Mrs. Thompson's endless support, Anna earned admission to a respected university. She moved into a tiny dorm room with one suitcase, determined to honor her mother's memory. College was overwhelming at first. The campus was huge. Everyone seemed confident and privileged. But Anna worked hard. She majored in political science, fascinated by leadership, justice, and the power of policy to change lives. She joined community organizations, volunteered, and eventually became a campus leader, soft-spoken but deeply inspirational. During her junior year, while helping organize a charity event, Anna met Daniel Carter, a law student known for his intelligence, kindness, and deep desire to improve the world. Their friendship started slowly. Respect grew into trust. Trust grew into love. Daniel admired Anna's resilience. Anna admired Daniel's unwavering sense of justice. They became inseparable, two people shaped by different backgrounds but sharing the same sense of purpose. After graduation, Daniel pursued public service, city council, state legislature, leadership roles. His career rose steadily, fueled by his sincerity and authentic connection to people. Anna supported him every step of the way. She worked as a community advocate, helping low-income families, developing programs for struggling youth, and becoming a respected voice in local activism. Her childhood shaped her mission. Her pain created her purpose. The media eventually noticed her. Articles called her the girl who rose from nothing, a voice for the unheard, a quiet force behind a future leader. Daniel and Anna eventually got married and became a great couple and model for many. When Daniel announced his run for governor, Anna hesitated. The spotlight terrified her. She remembered the children who mocked her, the poverty she came from, the cracks in the walls of her childhood home. But Daniel held her hands and said, "I can do a lot for this country, Anna, but I can't do it without you." She agreed and became the campaign's heart. Her speeches were simple, emotional, and deeply human. Audiences loved her. She reminded them that leadership wasn't about perfection, it was about compassion. Daniel won the governorship, and suddenly Anna was more than Daniel's wife. She was a symbol. Years later, as Daniel's influence grew, talk of a presidential run began. At first, Anna resisted. The nation was vast, the responsibility was heavy, but she remembered her mother, Mrs. Thompson, the silver medal, the gravel road she once stood on. She knew what she had to do. She stepped fully into the public eye with grace and quiet strength. Her speeches brought people to tears. Her authenticity made millions admire her. Even critics respected her. She was unshakable, not because she had no pain, but because she had overcome it. During the presidential debates and campaign trail, Anna's presence became a decisive factor. People trusted Daniel because Anna stood beside him. On election night, as votes poured in, Anna held Daniel's hand tightly. The final announcement came just after midnight. Daniel Carter had been elected president. Anna froze, overwhelmed. Tears filled her eyes. Memories flooded her mind. Her mother wiping her fevered forehead. Her father pacing through nights of worry, lonely recesses by the school fence. The small wooden house, the cracked porch steps, the silver medal, the promise she made to herself under a starry sky. Now she stood here, about to become First Lady of the country. Daniel hugged her gently and whispered, "Anna, we made it." But she shook her head softly and replied, "No, we didn't make it. My mother did. Mrs. Thompson did. Everyone who believed in me did. Everyone who suffers in silence did." Then she looked out over the cheering crowd and smiled, her hazel eyes glowing. Anna Madison, the poor girl from the old wooden house at the end of a gravel road, had fulfilled her destiny. She was now the First Lady, a symbol of resilience, a testament to hope, proof that no beginning is too small for greatness, and her story had only just begun. If this story touched your heart today, please like the video and leave a comment to share your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next inspiring upload.